Hello children, hope you are all fine and doing good. So this is Shikha, and in this video children we will study our next chapter, that is called as a fiber to fabric. How with the help of the fiber any kind of the fabric is made, and the process by which the fiber is being converted into the fabric. So all this we will read in this chapter. So as you are seeing in the picture on your screen, that this is a picture of a fiber. Fine. So fiber is what? Fiber is a thread-like structure with the help of which we are making any kind of a cloth. A fiber is a material used for weaving cloth or making any kind of a cloth. So that is called as a fiber. Now fibers are also of the different types that we will study. Fine. So with the help of this fiber is converted into a cloth, and that particular cloth which is made with by using the fiber, that is called as a fabric. So let's start. The first thing, and that what are the contents that we have to study in this chapter. We have to study about the two fibers that we obtained naturally, and that is obtained from the animals, that is the wool fiber and the silk fiber. Now the next one is the animals that yield wool. That what are the animals that are yielding wool, that are giving wool. The next one is how the fibers is converted into the wool. The next one is the processing fibers into the wool, by which process the fiber is converted into the wool. The next one is the life history of a silk moth, and the next one that we have to study, that how with the help of the cocoon it is converted into a silk fiber, how we get the silk fiber from the silkworms, etc. So let's start. Now here we have to read the very first thing about the animal fibers. The two animal fibers we have to read, that is the wool and the silk fiber. But the very first thing that we have to study, that is the wool. Now see children, fibers are used in the different things or at the different places also. There are various kinds of the fibers have various kinds of the use. They are useful for making the curtains, they are using for making the bed sheets, whatever the clothes we are wearing, they are also made up of the fibers. Different kinds of the cushions or different kinds of the carpets, blankets, etc. We are using different kinds of the things in our home. So all these things, whatever the clothings we are using in our home for various kinds of the purposes, that all are made from some kind of the fiber. All clothes, whatever the clothes we are seeing in our home, that all are made from the some kind of the fiber. So accordingly the fibers are also classified into the two types. The first type of the fiber is a natural fiber, and the second type of the fiber is a artificial fiber. Now as you all know, that natural fiber, as the name defines, that the fibers which we obtain from the nature, that is called as what? That is called as a natural fibers. Now natural fibers also we obtain from two types. Either we get the fiber from the plants or we get the fiber from the animals. Fine. So the fibers we get from the plants are what? The most common fiber that we get from the plants is the cotton as well as a jute. Fine. Now next kind of the fiber that we get from the plant is a flax. But the most common fibers that we are getting from the plants is a cotton as well as a jute. Fine. Now whatever the plant fibers are there, they are the cellulose based. Now cellulose, for about the cellulose we have read in the animal nutrition, that cellulose is a kind of nutrient which the animals are only able to digest, we are not able to digest. So whatever the natural fibers, or you can say that the plant fibers, mainly the plant fibers are the cellulose based. Now cotton, with the help of the cotton fiber, all of you are using the cotton in our home also. It is used for lightening purpose also, as well as for making the clothings also. So we are wearing the cotton clothes in the summers. So whatever the cotton clothes we are wearing in the summers, they are made from the cotton fiber. The jute fiber is one of the strongest natural fiber that we obtain from the nature, and with the help of the jute fiber we are making different kinds of the things. We are making the sack or different kinds of the bags or different kinds of the decorative items also. So the main thing that you have to keep in mind, that that the plant fibers are the cellulose based. Now the next kind of the fiber that is obtained naturally is the animal fiber. Now animal fibers are what? fibers that we obtain from the animals. Likewise, the fibers that we obtain from the animals is the wool and the silk. And wool, all of you know, right from the childhood it is told to you that wool we get from the sheep. Fine. And the silk we get from the silkworm. So these are the animal fibers. But the animal fibers are the proteins. They are protein based. They are protein by the nature. So this is all about the natural fiber. Now artificial fibers are what? Artificial fibers are those fibers which the man are able to make. They are not obtained naturally. They are made by the man. So whatever the fibers are made by the man, that are called as a artificial fibers. And the examples of the artificial fibers is the nylon, rayon, polyester, etc. So these are some kind of the artificial fiber. So first of all, what we have to read? We have to read the animal fiber, that is called as a wool. Now wool, all of you must be knowing, since from the childhood it is being told to you that wool we get from the sheep. But no, children, see, from the sheep also we are getting the kind of a wool. But further from the sheep, apart from the sheep also, there are some other kinds of the animals also from which we are getting the wool. We are getting the wool from the goat also, from sheep also, from the yak also, as well as some other animals are also there from which we are getting the wool, that we will study further. So these wool yielding animals, whatever the animals are giving the wool, they have a lot of hair on their body. Fine, because they have a lot of hair on their body, so that's why whenever they are living in the cooler regions, mainly in the Ladakh side or the Kashmir side, if you will visit, then these are the places which have a very low temperatures. That's why these places are very cooler. Fine, so these animals are found in the cooler regions, and because they have a lot of hair on their body, that's why these animals are not feeling cold in the cooler regions. So these animals have a lot of hair on their body. As you can see that the picture of sheep is given, and the sheep has a lot of hairs on their body, looking like sometimes jabra like structure. So fine, so they have a lot of hair. So whatever the wool is made, they are made from the hairs of these particular animals. They are made from the hairs of the sheep, they are made from the hairs of the goat, they are made from the hairs of the yak, camel, etc. Now whatever the hairs are found on this sheep's body, on the animal's body, they are also of the two types. Some kind of the hard hair are also there, as well as some kinds of the soft hair are also there. So accordingly, the hairs are also of the two types from which the fibers is made. The first one is a coarse beard hair. Now these types of the hairs are found over here, and these hairs are little bit hard. The next kind of the hair that is found on the animal's body is the fine soft hair. Now these fine soft hair are the hairs which are very close to the animal's body. That's why they are very fine in nature and they are very soft in nature. So whatever the fibers are made from these fine soft hair, they are of very good quality. Fine, and they are also providing sufficient heat. We are not feeling cold. Whatever the clothes are made from the soft hair that are close to the animal's body. That's why the people, or you can say that the rearers, they are selecting the sheep by the process that is called as the selective breeding. So let's study that what is the selective breeding. So see children, there are different kinds of the sheep. They have the different kinds of the hair. Some kinds of the sheep have the coarse hair, but some kinds of the sheep have the fine hair. But fine hair, whatever the fiber is made from the fine hair, that is of very good quality, as well as it is sold in the market at a good price also. So people are more demanding on the fine soft hair. That's why they are doing this process, the selective breeding. In this process, what they are doing, they are selecting the parents which are of good breed. Means they are selecting those parents which have the fine hairs on their body. And if they will select those parents which have the fine hair on their body, so whatever the generation will come in the future, their offsprings will also have the fine hairs on their body. And because in the market the demand of the fine hairs is too much, that's why the people people are doing this process that is called as a selective breeding. They are selecting a kind of a breed of the sheep, and these kinds of the sheep have a very soft hair, very fine hair on their body, and afterwards when their generation will come or when their offsprings will come, then these offsprings and the generation will also have the same characteristics as their parents have. So this process is called what? This process is called as a selective breeding. Now the next one that we have to study, that what are the animals that yield wool. So see, the most common answer that we are getting from the childhood, that we get wool from the sheep. But further from this, apart from this animal, there are some other kinds of the animals also from which we are getting the wool. This we will read one by one. See, the yak wool. The yak is found in the colder regions, mainly in India. It is found in the Ladakh as well as in the world. It is found in the Tibet. So yak is found in the Tibet and the Ladakh. So from the yaks here also we are making a kind of a wool, and this wool is common in the Tibet and the Ladakh region. Here you can see that the picture of the yak is given over here. The next kind of the wool that we obtain from the Angora goats. So a kind of wool that we obtain from the Angora goats is the mohair wool. So mohair is also obtained from the Angora goats, and where they are found? They are found in the hilly regions of the Jammu and Kashmir side. So here you can see that the picture of the Angora goat is given. The next one is a kind of wool, as we have read that the wool is obtained from the different kinds of the animal. So wool is also obtained from the goat hair also. Now this goat from which we are obtaining the wool, this is found in the Kashmir regions. Fine. And that's why it is also called as a Kashmiri goat. So the under fur of the Kashmiri goat is very soft. Whatever the fur are found on the under parts of its body of the Kashmiri goat, they are very fine. That's why they are so soft, and because of their nature, since they are so soft in the nature, that's why they are woven by the hands also. And with the help of the hands, they are woven into a fine shawls that is called as a pashmina shawls, and this pashmina shawls is famous all over the world. Why? Because they are woven with the help of a hands. Because the fur of the Kashmiri goat is so soft, so it is not possible to send it into the industries and being woven over there. So it is woven with the help of a hands, and the shawl which is made with the help of the Kashmiri goat's hair is called as a pashmina shawl. So these are the animals that are also yielding the wool. The next one is a kind of the animal from the camel also we are making a kind of a wool. Whichever the hairs or whichever the furs are found on the camel's body also, with the help of that hairs also we are making a kind of a wool. Now the another species of the animals from which we are getting the wool is a llama or the alpaca. Now these animals are found in the South America, and from these animals, from the hair we get from these animals, we are also getting the wool. So these are some kind of the animals from which we are getting the different kinds of the wool. Now here what we have to read, the next one we have to read about the from the fibers to wool, that how we are making, with the help of which process we are converting these fibers into the wool. So see children, for obtaining the wool, the very first thing what the rearers are doing, they are rearing the sheep. Means whatever the hairs is found on the animal's body, on any particular animal's body from which we are getting wool, their hair is cut, and after that by following some of the processes they are converted into the wool. So first of all, let us see that what is the rearing and the breeding of the sheep. Now as you all know that the sheep are the herbivores. We have read that what are the herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals are those animals which are dependent on the plant and the plant food item. So sheep are also herbivores, so it is obvious that they are eating the grass and the leaves, etc. But apart from the grazing, what the rearers are doing, they are also feeding them a mixture of the pulses. They are also feeding them the corn, jowar, as well as the oil cake. Now oil cake is what? Oil cake is a material that is left over after taking out the oil from the seeds. Once the oil is taken out from the seeds, after that a leftover material is there, little bit black or the dark brown in color. So that is called as the oil cake. So oil cake is also being fed to these sheep, as well as they are also feeded with different kinds of the minerals also. And why these rearers are feeding all these kinds of the materials to the sheep? So that the sheep give the good quality of the hair. That's why the rearers are feeding such so many kinds of the things apart from the grass and leaves to these animals or to these sheep. Now sheep are in the winters, the sheep are kept indoors and fed on the leaves, grain and the dry fodder. Whenever there is a winter season, then these sheep are kept inside, and the leaves and the grain as well as the dry fodder is served to them. Now dry fodder is what you must have seen in the villages area, that dry fodder is also being served to the cows and the buffaloes, etc. In Hindi you can say whatever the whatever the, or you can, in Hindi it is called as a chara. Fine. So in winter season, whenever there are the winter season, the sheep are kept indoors and they are fed on the leaves, grain and the dry fodder. Now sheep are also reared in many parts of our country for wool, and mainly you can say that in the Jammu Kashmir side, in the Ladakh side, these are some of the main places where the sheep are reared. Now, certain breeds of the sheep have the thick coat of hair on their body which yields good quality wool in large quantities. These sheep are the selectively bred with one parent being a sheep of the good breed. Now this also we have read that the people are with the help of a process that is called as a selective breeding, the people are choosing the parents which have a good characteristic, and when they are choosing the parents of a good characteristic, they are choosing a good breed of the parents, then in the future also whatever the generation will come or whatever the offsprings will come, they also have the same characteristics as their parents have. So people are preferring selectively breeding too much while they are buying the sheep or while they are selecting the parent. So when they do this process, afterwards whatever the offsprings or the generations is obtained in the nature from that sheep, so that generation or the offspring also have the same characteristic as the parent have. Now the next one that we have to study, that what are the different kinds of the breeds that is found in our country. As we have read that sheep are found in the different parts of a country, and from that sheep different kinds of the wools are made. So the kind of the breed, the first kind of the breed that is found in our country is the Lohi. Now the wool which is made from the hairs of this Lohi is of very good quality, and which are the states where they are found? They are found in the Rajasthan and the Punjab. The next one is the Rampur Bushehr. The Rampur Bushehr, the quality of the wool means it have a brown fleece, means these kinds of the sheep have the brown hair on their body. And in which state they are found? They are found in the Uttar Pradesh state, as well as they are also found in the Himachal Pradesh. The next one is a kind of a breed of a sheep is a Nali breed. Now this breed is used, the hairs which are found on this kind of the sheep, the hairs of the hairs of this sheep is used for making the carpet wool. You must have seen that the carpet is made from a very thick fiber. Fine. So whatever the carpet wool is there, that is made from this particular breed, and the states where they are found in the Rajasthan, Haryana and the Punjab. The next kind of the breed that is found in our country is the Bakharwal breed, and for what they are used for making the woolen shawls, means the hairs of this Bakharwal breed sheep is used for making the woolen shawls, and the state where they are found is the Jammu and the Kashmir. The next one that you can see, that the Marwadi breed. Now this breed of the sheep have the coarse wool. The coarse wool is little bit hard. We have read about the coarse wool. Now the state where they are found, this kind of the breed is found is the Gujarat. Now the next one is the Patanwadi breed, and where this kind of the breed is found, it is this kind of the breed is found in the Gujarat. And for what the hairs of this particular breed is used for? They are used for the hosiery. We are using different kinds of the hosiery clothes in our home for wearing, etc. So that is obtained from this particular breed. Now the next one that we have to read about the processing fibers into wool. That is by following which of the processes, by following which of the steps the fiber is being converted into the wool. So the first step, in the first step what the rearers are doing, the fleece of the sheep along with the thin layer of the skin is removed from its body. As you all know that the hair is removed from this from the sheep's body. So the removal of the hair from the sheep's body is called what? This process is called as the shearing. The shearing is what? Shearing is the process by which the hairs of the sheep's body is removed from the sheep. Now these hairs are removed with the help of some kind of the machines. The barbers are using some kind of the machines to remove these hairs from their body. Now these hairs are removed by the rearers mainly in the summer seasons. Fine, because if they will remove the hairs in the winter season, then they won't be able to survive, because they are also feeling cold. And how they are able to protect in the colder seasons? With the help of the hair. So whatever the hairs are being removed from the sheep's body, that is being removed in the hot weather, means in the summer season. Now along with the hairs, a very thin layer of the sheep's skin is also reared, and whenever these rearers are rearing the skin, or whenever these rearers are rearing the hairs of the sheep's body, they are not feeling any kind of the pain, etc. So you need not to worry that whenever these rearers are rearing the hairs of the sheep's body, then they are feeling the pain. No, they are not feeling any kind of the pain. Now afterwards, this whatever the hairs is being removed from this sheep's body, after that, by following some of the process, they are converted into the wool. So the next step is that in the first step what we have studied, that the hair of the sheep's body is removed from the sheep. As you can see here also, that this man is rearing the sheep's hair, and the process is called what? The process is called as a shearing. Now then the next second step, what the rearers are doing. Now see, once the sheep's hair is removed from the sheep's body, after that it is thoroughly washed. It is thoroughly washed in the tanks, because the animal's hair, you must have seen that on the animal's body there are several kinds of the insects also. Some small insects are also there, as well as some kinds of the dust and the dirt particles also get accumulated on the skin of these animals. So once this hair is being sheared from the animal's body, after that it is thoroughly washed in the tanks to remove the grease, dust and the dirt, etc. So the process of removal of these dust, dirt, etc. from the sheep's body is called, from the sheep's hair, is called what? This is called as a scouring. And nowadays it is also done by the machines, but previously or in the earlier days it was done by the people by washing it in the tanks. Now here you can see that the people are washing the sheep's hair, so that they can remove whatever the dirt or the grease, etc. gets accumulated in the sheep's hair. Now the next step is step third. After scouring, after they have removed different kinds of the dust particles, grease, etc., the sorting is done. Now what happened, whatever the hairs is being collected after washing, they are sent into the factories. Now in the factories, the hair of the different textures are the separated. The hair of the same quality is collected over one place, and of the other qualities they are collected over one place. So different textures of the hair are being collected at the different places. And as you can see it in the picture also, that scouring is done with the help of a machine. So hair of the different textures are separated or sorted. Now the next step is step 4. The small fluffy fibers called the burrs are picked out from the hair. Now see, some kind of the small fibers are also there. You must have seen in the winter season when you are using the woolen clothes, when you are wearing the woolen clothes, so in that also different kinds of the burrs are also there. So these burrs are picked out from the hair. Now here also the small fluffy whatever the burrs are there, that is also picked out with the help of a hands. Fine. Now these fibers are scoured again these fibers are scoured and these are dried. This wool is ready to be drawn into fibers. Now Now once again in the fourth step, these fibers are again dried, and now once the fiber is dried, again it is drawn into the fibers. So in the step 5, what is there? The fibers can be dyed into the various colors as the natural fleece of sheep, and the goats is the black, brown or the white. Now in step 5, what the people are doing after following all these above steps, they are dyeing that wool, that fiber into the different kinds of the colors. As we are knowing that sheep are either of the black color, or they are of the brown color, or they are of the white color, but we are wearing the sweaters of the different colors, so they are made from the wool from the different colors. So they are dyed into the various kinds of the colors. Now in step 6, the fibers are straightened, combed and rolled into the yarn. Now whatever the fibers we have obtained, they are dyed also. Now these fibers are rolled into the yarn also. Likewise, you are seeing in the winter season, our mothers are buying the yarn, woolen yarn from the market, and they are knitting different kinds of the beautiful sweaters in our home. Now this wool is ready for making the different kinds of the clothes. Here, so these are the 6 steps. By following these steps, we are able to make the wool from the sheep's hair. The first step is what? The first step is that first of all, the hair of the sheep's body is removed from the sheep, and this process is called as the shearing. Once the shearing is done, after that we remove whatever the dust particles or whatever the germs, grease, etc. are there. That is also removed from the sheep's hair, and this process is called what? This process is called as a scoring. In step 3rd, what we are doing? In step 3rd, afterwards the scoring is done, the different kinds of the hairs are separated. They are separated into the different textures. Afterwards, in step 4th, what we are doing? Whatever the fluffy birds are there, or whatever the small blurs are there, that we are seeing in our home also when we are wearing sweaters, then they are picked out from these hairs, and afterwards these wool is drawn into the fibers. Now in the step 5th, what we are doing? When this wool is converted into the fibers, then we are dyeing these kinds of the fibers, because we are wearing the sweaters of the different colors, and as all of us know that the sheep is either brown, white or the black in color, but we are wearing the sweaters of the different colors. So that's why whatever the fiber is obtained by following the above 4 steps, it is being dyed also with the help of the various colors. Now the step 6 is that the fibers are ready, they are dyed also, and afterwards they are being converted into the yarn, and with the help of the yarn it is being sent into the industries, and there it is woven into the different sweaters also, as well as in our home also we are making different kinds of the beautiful sweaters with the help of this yarn. So these is the process. These are the 6 steps by following which we get the wool from the hairs of the sheep's body. So the processing of the fiber into the wool can be represented as below. The first step is the shearing. First of all, the hair of the sheep's body is removed from the sheep. Afterwards, it is washed properly in the tank, so that all the dust, grease, etc. can be removed. This is called as a scoring. After that, different kinds of the textures of the hairs are separated, so this is called as a sorting. And after that, the cleaning of birds, we are cleaning some small kinds of the fibers that is found in the hairs, that is called as a cleaning of birds. And once the fiber is being obtained after cleaning the furs, then we are dyeing that fibers with the help of various colors, and after dyeing it is rolled into a yarn. So this is called as a rolling. Now one more thing that we have to study about the occupational hazard. Now wool industry is an important means of livelihood, means most of the people which are living in our country, they are dependent on their livelihood regarding to the wool industry. But the people who are doing this sorting, their job is so much risky because a kind of the bacteria is found on the skin of the sheep, on the sheep's body, and that bacteria is called as a bacterium anthrax. So whichever the people are doing this sorting of the sheep's hair, they are they are sometimes suffering with a kind of a disease that is called as a Salter's disease, and this is a kind of the blood disease. So this occupation also have the several kinds of the occupational hazards also, because whichever the people are doing this kind of the job, they sometimes they are suffering with this kind of a disease that is called as a Salter's disease. So this is all about the steps by which process we are getting the wool. So thank you everyone. Hope you have understood about the wool, and if you like the video, then please like, share and subscribe my channel. And for the improvement regarding to this video, please give your suggestions below in the comment box. Thank you everyone.